The slippery slope is a logical fallacy that suggests that if one event or action is allowed to happen, it will inevitably lead to a sequence of related events or actions, ultimately resulting in some significant, often negative, outcome. It's akin to the idea of a snowball effect, where a small action or decision gathers momentum as it progresses, eventually leading to a much larger consequence. Here's a breakdown of how the slippery slope argument works. The argument begins with a seemingly innocuous or minor action or decision. This action is often presented as the starting point of the slippery slope. Predicted chain of events. The arguer then claims that if this initial action is allowed to occur, it will set off a chain reaction of increasingly negative consequences. Each subsequent event is seen as a direct result of the preceding one. Catastrophic outcome. The argument concludes by asserting that this chain of events will inevitably lead to a catastrophic or undesirable outcome. This outcome is typically presented as the reason why the initial action should be avoided or prevented. The slippery slope argument can be compelling because it often appeals to people's fears and emotions about potential future outcomes. However, it's important to recognize that just because one event might lead to another doesn't mean that the entire sequence is inevitable or even likely to occur. In many cases, the slippery slope argument relies on speculation rather than evidence. It overlooks the complexity of real-world situations and ignores other factors that could influence the outcome. Additionally, it tends to oversimplify causation by assuming that every step in the sequence is directly caused by the preceding one, which may not be the case. While it's important to consider the potential consequences of our actions, it's also essential to evaluate these consequences critically and assess whether they are genuinely likely to occur or if they are simply speculative. Recognizing and understanding the slippery slope fallacy can help us make more reasoned and informed decisions.